With us now is Dr. Yonatan Freeman with Hebrew University of Jerusalem. Sir, what issues, what happened in Kuwait that led to voters kicking out two-thirds of their elected lawmakers in the National Assembly? And does it have any impact? Will it resonate in some way with Israel?
Well, I think what happened is that the people wanted a new change to happen. We saw that there was a major change in the people in the assembly. We also saw that issues relating to the coronavirus, to the increasing debt of the Kuwaiti government, to the fact that some people want dissidents released, that really pushed citizens to go out in large numbers, even with this pandemic, to vote. And I think that will have a very big significance when it comes to foreign policy and the new government.
Talk to me about the foreign policy. You mentioned the debt crisis, which is growing, the COVID-19 pandemic. Of course, the issue of oil right now. Is there a chance in the years to come that this new legislature or the new political climate in Kuwait could lead to the opening of normalization talks with Israel?
Yes, I think it can happen. These are the first new elections that happened with the Amir that came to power just recently after the death of the previous one. We also know that the Kuwaiti government wants to diversify their economy to not be so dependent on a natural resource like oil. We also know that historically, Kuwait has fought Israel, sent soldiers to fight us in different wars, but we also know that the Palestinians supported Saddam Hussein during the Gulf War. So I think there is a chance that we'll see more and more bridges made between Kuwait and Israel, because in the end, they want to be building bridges internally as well.
Can you contrast a little bit, sir? I mean, Bahrain, the UAE, which is 7 different emirates who united together. The Kuwaiti government, the system of government, it is a very vibrant, kind of a raucous system of elections.
Yeah, we're talking about the first Gulf country in the 60s to have really a parliament. The opposition has a lot of voice, even though some of the power, of course, remains with the Emir family. We also know that Kuwait is a very pro-American country. That's also something that could influence and impact their potential relations with Jerusalem. And we also know that in the end, as we have seen with Bahrain and the UAE, there is a need for a country like Kuwait to diversify the private sector. Many people in Kuwait work for the government. They want to bring in foreign investment. They want to make sure that their economy is ready for the 21st century. And I think that that's something that could really push them to talking with Jerusalem very, very soon.
Really interesting prospect here. Dr. Yonatan Freeman, sir, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.